Guess what? I got invited by my daughter on her birthday in Miami, and most parents don't get involved to these parties. Why my children think I'm a cool mom and why they involve me in their celebrations is because of the way I handle parenting. And I just want to give some tips to the parents, especially parents from Southeast Asian countries and Muslim parents. Because I would say, do you think cool Muslim parents exist? Do you think cool brown parents exist? Yeah, they do, but they are a minority. And when they are parenting in a cool way, and I'm going to describe what is a cool way, it shows. Their children seem free, happy, and they do things that makes them happy, but they don't go way overboard. So what I've seen here in America with some Muslim and Southeast Asian parents are that they are extremely strict. They are so authoritarian, and they would tell their kids, no, you cannot wear sleeveless, you have to wear tights, you cannot talk to boys, you cannot do that, you cannot have a sleepover, you have a curfew. Okay, you must be saying, oh yeah, those are great things and parents should be like that. Okay, so if parents should be like that, why are those kids acting completely rebellious? And most probably their parents still don't know, because those kids are living a completely separate life. They are living in duality. They are something in front of their parents and something when their parents are not there. They are doing everything. Like they are going way far and beyond, and it just breaks my heart because they are doing it out of rebellion. If you don't understand this, okay, so I'm telling you, just you can, during my video you can see everything, but just don't look at that plant. No matter what you do, you cannot look at that plant, and trust me, you are going to more inclined to look at that plant. So what is my cool way of parenting? I'm going to share. So become an inspiration and a good moral person in front of your kid. You have to become a role model. You cannot gossip. You cannot be mean to other people. You cannot lie. You have to respect your parents. You have to respect elders. You have to be kind. You have to be gentle. If you are religious, you can pray, you can go to mosque, you can put your kids in Islamic school or whatever your religion is to have them that exposure. But don't force them to do anything. Become a role model and recommend and encourage and advise them to participate. Advice is different than lectures. Don't give them big lectures. A lot of parents think that their lectures really help the kids. No, kids tune out. They don't listen to lectures. They look at you. They follow your example. A lot of times I have also seen that in America, some people were very wild when they were here in their teen and in their 20s, and now they are parents and in their 40s, and their kids are teenager and they are completely turning around and becoming very religious just for their kids. This doesn't work like that. Please be authentic and genuine, because your kids are smarter than you think. I actually didn't know that how smart my kids are, like how much they receive, how much they can perceive from me, until recently, until few things they've told me. I was like literally surprised when my kids told me that they pray for me and they pray for their dad too. I was like literally surprised. They were only teens and I didn't know that they cared this much about their parents. So kids don't show a lot of things, but they care, and they are way smarter than and way more observant than what you think. Okay, so coming back to the cool parent, what I did was, besides becoming a role model and an inspiration, so I'm extremely motivated to my goals, and I do see that in my kids. I was not even trying to instill that in my kids, but it came to all my kids. I'm this very A personality. You can say it's good or bad, but it did come to my kids. They saw me. I regularly go to gym and I try to manage my diet. My kids are very, very regular with gym too. From early on, I never told them any of these things. They just follow me. That's what kids do. They follow you. And if you become too strict, they rebel. So I'm not saying that all very strict parents have kids who are rebelling. There are some parents whose kids are still balanced because they were not very, very strict. They were strict, they had rules, but there was some leeway. They were not that strict, and there are some kids who are doing really good. How do I know? Because all the children are really close to me. They don't mind opening up in front of me because I don't judge them. A lot of time parents really judge kids for taking certain choices or doing certain things. So what my rule is that I give my children safe space for them to explore things in a safe manner. As long as they are not going overboard, I let them explore things. It's very important for them to explore things and then come to their own decision. And trust me, if you are a person with high moral values, if you are a good person, your child will be the same way. That's what I see in my kids. Morality. And where does it come from? Not only me, their dad is also the same way. So kids are going to follow your example, always. You just have to become a good person if you want your kids to become a good person. And let them explore a few things. Don't get like so hyped up over them exploring certain things, even if they are haram. Yes, I'm telling you, you have told them what to do, you have advised them. Your force is not going to make it better. Yes, if they are going to a path of destruction, then you should intervene in different ways. But we are just talking about normal kids who are not doing anything destructive. Like your daughter want to wear sleeveless at a party and you are not agreeing. If she want to wear something short at a party and you are insistent that she cannot wear a dress in which her legs are showing. These are some simple things. If you let them have it, they will not be so tempted to go completely overboard. They won't be tempted to rebel too much. Also, after my divorce, I got really close to my kids. Why? Because I did not live a double life. I'm completely against hypocrisy and living a double life. If I'm doing something wrong, I don't want to hide it and pretend I'm a good person. If I'm wearing short, I'm not going to pretend in front of the world that I don't. I don't want to be in front of Muslim community. I don't want to act like I'm this pious person. No, if I'm deciding to wear shorts, I'll wear it in front of everyone. And I'm not saying that you should, but it's just that I don't want to live a life of hypocrisy, or I don't want to live a double life. And that's what I instill in my kids. That's what they saw. And I always stayed authentic with them. And after my divorce, I got so much closer because my ex-husband is way more traditional and strict, not extreme, but he's still on the stricter side. And I give my kids space. I just cannot micromanage. I'm against micromanaging anyone and kids. So it helped them open up to me too. They tell me everything, like majority of the things. And sometimes some of the things I have felt like my heart jumped, but I didn't overreact. I still try to understand them, and they think that my approval now is very important to them. So if I tell them, no, this person is not right for you, it will be very important to them and it will carry a lot of weight. And if you have that level of trust that your kids can come to you and can tell you things, if you don't overreact and you don't judge, they will respect you so much more, and your opinion will hold so much weight for them. Also, the third thing I would say is that please be empathic. Please try to get into your kids' shoes. So when my son was a teenager, teenagers go through this phase, especially boys, and I was having difficulty handling him, and then he gave me a book. I wish I had remembered the name of the book. I don't, but that book really opened my mind. He said, "Mom, please read this book. I don't have control over certain things." And when I read this book, it opened my eyes, because teenagers are going through a different phase. They are not going through our phase, our middle age, very stable phase. They are going through this hormonal fluctuation. Everything is new to them. They have temptations. They don't have any experience. They have changes going on in their body. Please put yourself in your kids' shoes and understand their point of view. So, and in the end, I would say that I'm friendly with my kids to a certain level, but there are boundaries. This is very important too, that as a parent you have to have boundaries that they cannot cross. And what are those boundaries? Those boundaries are respect. They can never disrespect me in any way. So even though you are a cool parent, make sure you have boundaries.